Court on the record.
We are on the record in the Robinson Hernandez matter, case D21633-288C. Please confirm your appearances.
Susan Robinson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Leonardo Hernandez.
And Your Honor, good morning. Louis Schneider, 9683 on behalf of Leonardo Hernandez.
Good morning. And this was set for a hearing on the plaintiff's or petitioner's motion to change the summer break visitation, the opposition and counter motion filed on behalf of the defendant or respondent. I do know this, just getting up to speed, this case previously was assigned to Department I. One area where I'm curious and question from a jurisdictional standpoint where things lie, because it's my understanding there were J case proceedings previously, specifically J16-339-274-P1. I know the juvenile court terminated its need for any further involvement. It's my understanding the child at issue, Elia, was placed with Mr. Hernandez as fictive kin, and he was given a guardianship. It's my understanding there was an order appointing him as the guardian, and now we have this separate grandparent visitation case, and my question is whether or not the guardianship supersedes all of this. I know the stipulation regarding the visitation was just recently entered in March, which I know there are issues with respect to that. I'm not here to set aside anything, but it's my understanding there's a guardianship in the J case.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So I just question whether or not this court is the appropriate court to address those issues, given the fact that a guardianship is in place, and should that department oversee any issues regarding grandparent visitation.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, I had this exact same situation a couple of weeks ago, and the court's correct. Judge, the guardianship court is the original court of jurisdiction, and taking it to family court amounts basically to forum shopping, and there's a case directly on point that says that you have to go back and address the guardianship case, the issues of the guardianship case. And so, Your Honor, I'll leave it at that. Your Honor, there was also, as you saw in my motion, there was no 5501 letter, there was no proper service in this matter. So if the court wishes to reset this, I can brief the matter for the court. I just went through it. I have all the research, Judge.
Okay. Well, let me hear from Ms. Robinson. And just to that point, Ms. Robinson, I know it's your motion. The stipulation I mentioned before, the stipulation appears to be relatively recent, which was odd in and of itself because you agreed to a specific visitation schedule that, and I don't know when the Clark County School District came out with their school schedule, but I wondered when I prepared if that schedule was already out, if there was some awareness that this might conflict with the school schedule. I get the fact that this is an awkward arrangement in terms of the timing of the visitation because school's going to be in session the week that is designated in that specific stipulation. So is there anything you wanted to add, Ms. Robinson?
That's correct. I was going to ask for a continuance today so I can seek counsel.
Well, here's what I'm inclined to do, and I'm fine. I'm not inclined to make any changes. Both sides have somewhat asked me to get involved in terms of making modifications to the terms of that specific stipulation in order for grandparent visitation. I believe that's something, and this is something that should fall under the jurisdiction of the J case guardianship. And to the extent that you desire to seek relief from, I'm not suggesting that the stipulation necessarily is void on its face. I'm not making that call today. You entered into that, it looks like it was entered into in good faith, but any pursuit of relief related to visitation should be under the purview of the guardianship case that still exists in the J case. So that's where the relief should be sought. Okay?
Okay.
So this will be taken off calendar, Your Honor?
Yes, we'll take this off calendar with the understanding that any further relief should be pursued in the J16339-274 case. Because there is,
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
and I'm assuming, Mr. Schneider, correct me if I'm wrong, that guardianship remains in place.
It absolutely does, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I hate to throw contract law into this, but it was Ms. Vasquez, Ms. Robbins' attorney, that drafted this agreement. And so under contra preferendum, if there's a mistake, they own that mistake, Judge. So I was going to bring that up, but if we're taking this off calendar, we're good, Your Honor. I understand,
Okay.
and we'll just. And if the court wishes, I'd be happy to brief the matter for you, Judge.
Well, I don't know that I need it briefed. Do we need an
Okay.
order prepared from today? Do you believe?
Your Honor, I'll prepare an order just out of abundance of caution.
All right, if you'll prepare, and then any further relief should be sought in the J case. Okay?
Thank you so much, Judge.
All right, thank
Have
you.
a good day, Your Honor.